Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're getting into a book that really flips the script on how we think about building great products. It's called Empowered, and its core idea is pretty radical. True innovation doesn't come from hiring a few so-called geniuses. It comes from unlocking the power that's already sitting right there, inside your teams.
Okay, so let's just dive right in by busting a huge myth. You know the one, the story of the lone rockstar employee who swoops in and changes everything. Well, this book argues that's basically a fantasy, and a dangerous one at that. The real magic isn't about finding some superhuman talent. It's right here. You hire competent people, people of good character, and then you coach them, you develop them, you build an environment that turns them into an extraordinary team.
But that leads to a really important question, doesn't it? I mean, if it's not about finding these rare unicorns, why do so many companies, even the ones full of smart, talented people, struggle so much to innovate? Well, the answer usually lies in a super common and kind of sneaky organizational trap.
And that trap is what the book calls the feature team. This is probably going to sound incredibly familiar to a lot of you. See, on the surface, these groups look just like product teams. They've got the product manager, the designer, the engineers, the whole setup. But what they're actually asked to do is fundamentally different.
Here's the core of it. A feature team's job is basically to work through a list of features that gets handed down to them from on high. Their success is all about output. Did you ship the new dashboard on time? Check. But the much bigger question of outcome, did that dashboard actually help customers or improve the business? Well, that's not really their problem. They just build the thing. And look, if this is all starting to feel a little too close to home, the book shares a hard truth. This way of working, it just doesn't produce great products. It's a model built for predictive execution, not for discovery or real problem solving. But, and this is the important part, there is a much better way. So what's the alternative? It's moving from these feature teams to what the book calls empowered product teams. And this isn't just, changing the label on the door. It is a profound shift in mindset, in responsibility, and in the team's entire reason for being. This quote from the legendary venture capitalist John Doerr just nails it. Think about it. Mercenaries get paid to follow orders. They do the job, they build what you tell them to, and they go home. But missionaries? Oh, they are true believers. They're passionate about the goal. They're obsessed with solving the actual problem for the customer. And this slide just lays it all out, crystal clear. On the left, you got your feature team, the mercenaries. They're given a solution. Build this. They focus on output. On the right, you have the empowered team, the missionaries. They're given a problem to solve, like, hey, people are abandoning their shopping carts. Figure out how to fix it. And that one little change shifts everything from output to outcome. The question is no longer, did we build the thing? It becomes, did we actually solve the problem?
So what does being empowered really mean in practice? It means the team owns the solution to these 4 big risks, all at once. Is it valuable? Will anyone even want this? Is it usable? Can they figure it out? Is it feasible? Can our engineers actually build it? And is it viable? Does it make sense for our business? In most companies, these are all separate conversations in separate departments. But a truly empowered team knows that their job, their whole job, is to find a single solution that satisfies all 4.
Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do you actually create this kind of culture? It doesn't just happen by magic. The secret, according to the book, is completely rethinking the role of the manager.
We've all heard this saying, right? And there's a reason it's a cliche, because it's true. The book argues that a person's direct manager is the single biggest reason product teams fail. But on the flip side, they're also the single biggest lever you have to make them succeed. In this new model, the manager's role is totally transformed. They are not the chief source of ideas. They're not the project manager just checking off a task list. Their real job is to be a coach. They provide the strategic context, the why, and then they spend their time developing their people, coaching them so that the team can come up with the best answers.
This means great managers see staffing as their job, not just some chore to hand off to HR. It's this continuous process. They're always involved, from finding talent and bringing them on board to that absolutely crucial work of weekly coaching, helping people build their skills and grow into the next generation of leaders. And this, right here, is the ultimate mindset shift. If you're a leader, your product isn't the software, it's not the app. Your product is the team that builds the product. Your number one job is to build an incredible, high-performing team, because you know that's the only way you'll ever get an incredible, high-performing product.
Now, you can't just empower a team and walk away. Empowerment without direction is just chaos. It's like having a powerful engine with no steering wheel. Teams need to know which problems matter most, and that's where product strategy comes in.
Does this look familiar to you? You go into a meeting, you ask leadership, what are our top priorities? And you get a list of 20, 30, maybe more things that are all supposedly critical. But let's be real. If everything is a priority, then nothing is a priority. A strong product strategy, by contrast, is all about ruthless focus. It's about leadership making the incredibly hard choices to say no to 100 good ideas, so that the entire company can focus its energy on solving the 2 or 3 problems that will actually change the game.
A great strategy really follows this simple path. It all starts with that intense focus on just a few critical problems. From there, you have to generate insights, digging into data, talking to customers, understanding the technology to find new angles. And finally, you turn those insights into action by giving each empowered team a clear, outcome-based objective that points them in the right direction. And that really brings us full circle. Building amazing things isn't about finding a few magical rock stars. It's about creating an environment where good, motivated people are given hard problems to solve, the context they need to solve them well, and the coaching they need to get better every single day. That's the real path to extraordinary results.
So, just to wrap it all up, here are the big ideas to take away. First, hire for character and competence, and then coach those people into a great team. Second, get your teams out of the feature factory and move them from focusing on output to driving real outcomes. And you do that by giving them problems to solve, not a list of features to build. If you're a manager, your main job is to coach. And finally, none of this works without a clear, focused strategy to guide the way.
So I'll leave you with one final question to think about for your own team or your own company. What's the single biggest thing that's stopping your team from making that leap from being mercenaries to being true missionaries? Is it coaching? Is it the strategy? Is it the culture? Because finding that one thing, that's your first step. Thanks for watching.